My name's Sean Hunt, run Cuestars, which is a competition in the south of England. I've also created the Cuestars Academy, which is practice routines. And I want to show you a routine which I think is perfect for people just starting to play snooker. Obviously, one of the most important balls you can pot is a black off the spot. But from a training point of view, you want to make the most of the time you have, because I expect most of you that are watching this video will be limited on how much time you can play. So for that reason, what I've done is I've got the old popular egg red timer, which is popular with our junior players here, which is going to gradually run out. The idea here is to try and make these 6 shots. So you can see I've lined up the colours. I've got the yellow, which is an off straight low black. I know it's a red at the moment, but if you were playing a black, it'd be a low black. The green is just off straight above the black. And then we've got the brown, which is getting close to 3/4 ball. And then the blue, again, is getting close to the 3/4 ball. And then we've got the pink, which is sort of just around the 3/4 ball mark. And then here, we're just a little bit above 3/4 ball. Now they're, if you like, the most sort of common blacks that you'll pot. And they're the ones you want to practice most. So yeah, it's true, you could have a thin black, or you could have a thin cut back, high black. But in general, what you're aiming to do is to give yourself these shots. So it's important you practice them. So I'm just popping the yellow out of the way there. And then what I'm looking to do here is to pot this red. And it's always a good idea when you're doing training of this nature, maybe just play them plain ball to begin with. Just see where the cue ball goes, where it travels naturally. Head's good position, it's always important. Get your head behind the line of the shot. And when I say the line of the shot, I'm lining up here, middle of the cue ball, to just a little bit right of centre, because as I said, I'm high on this red. So that's the line that I'm taking. So head in a good position, then just swivel the hips, get down behind the shot. And then now really it's just a matter of trying to hit it nice, you know, try and make a good stroke on the ball. And then again, if you play it middle ball and just float it in, you get to see where the cue ball goes. Now, if you don't happen to pot that, then that red's gone, and then you just pop the next red on, and you just stay on that shot until you start to pot it. And I promise you that once you get it, if you just stay relaxed, you'll then be able to, there'll be a nice flow to this, and you'll be able to sort of pot them one after the other, and it will eventually start to become almost like you're on autopilot. So this is why training is so important. Anyway, luckily I got that one. So now I just bumped the green away. So now I'm just above the black. Again, I keep saying black, but this ball off the black spot, I'm now just above it. So now my aiming point, so it's still middle, the cue ball. My aiming point is now going to just be my left, just left of centre on that red ball. And again, that's the line that I'm setting myself up behind. Again, don't overthink it. There's no need to do all this, trying to shuffle in a position. As I said, just again, go with you. Try and be natural with this. So just get behind it. Again, as I get down, I just turn my hips to create the room, of course, for my cueing arm. And then again, really concentrate on just making a nice stroke through that. And again, just have a little look, just see where the cue ball goes, because you're going to need to know where that cue ball goes as you get better at snooker, so you can get on to the next shot. Right, now we go for the brown. Again, just bump it out of the way. Again, if you miss that previous shot, if you miss the green shot, then you just set it up and you keep going until you pot it. And of course, the idea is to try and make these 6 pots before the reds run out. So now I'm low on this red, on the black spot. So again, this time I'm picking a point that's going to be right side of centre on that red ball. And again, I'm just letting my eye line go between the two before I get down, just so I get myself in a good position. And like Michael Holt said, every shot's a straight shot if you get this right, because when I get down, if I line that cue up correctly, then I can just, as I say, just push the cue through nice and straight. There you go. And again, always get some feedback there. I potted that a little bit to that side of the pocket. So again, I'm doing my training. I'm just mindful, just watching. I'm thinking, am I sort of potting that into the heart of the pocket or not? Okay, so now we're a little bit higher above this red. So again, it's quite natural once you sort of get into a flow of playing these shots, you'll start to pick up these aiming points more quickly. So this time, again, I'm aiming left because I'm above this red, so I'm aiming left to centre, and I'm getting closer now to the edge of the red as my sort of aiming point. Again, just drop down behind the shot. Again, just try and push the cue through straight because every shot's a straight shot. You can see there, potted that nicely, and again, just a little note of where that cue ball's gone. Now this one is just slightly below 3/4, so we're getting closer to a half ball shot. So when I'm stood up behind the shot now, I'll be aiming closer to the right edge of the red. So yeah, that's my aiming line now. I know a lot of players, coaches say come around, have a look at it from this position. I guess what you're trying to do is imagine the cue ball's there, and then you're trying to come back here and remember that. Personally, given that these are the shots that you play most, I think they can be learnt. Just be stood behind them. You can start to make those decisions and those judgments without having to walk around here and look. But again, that's just to say my point of view, my view on it. So my aiming point now is just inside the right edge of the red. Again, head's in a good position, turn my hips, so get down, then the cue should drop into a nice place. I guess you can make tiny little corrections at this point, but I would say they've got to be tiny. If you find you're making big corrections, you'll be moving on the shot. So that is definitely something you don't want to do. Now to finish with this, with those final couple of shots, it may be a good idea just to do a gentle mark on the table, so that if you do miss the shot, you can quickly put the cue ball back to where it was. So, like the low red I just played, my aiming point now is going to be just inside the left edge of the red this time. So again, that's what I'm looking to do. That's where I'm positioning my eyes behind that. And then again, just drop down and just try and back that line that you've taken. And there we go. So I made the 6 shots all right, didn't miss any balls. And if you find you're getting very comfortable with this little routine, I've got loads and loads of others for you to try. So do keep watching the channel, because these red egg timer training methods I think are ideal for most players out there, because everybody's limited on time. The beauty of this is you can play through lots of shots very quickly. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I understand you've got to hit the notifications button or something so that you don't miss out on any new videos I put up. And then the most important thing you can do to support the Cuestars YouTube channel is to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's free, and if if you haven't done that so already, it'd be great if you could do that. And always feel free. It's nice now getting comments in the comments box. I'll try and respond to them. You know, it's not always possible. Sometimes I miss a few, so apologise if you have commented and I haven't replied. But yeah, I will try to respond to your comments. Anyway, massive thanks for watching. Goodbye.